European Union leaders are holding a summit in Brussels with the war in Ukraine still high on the agenda, along with other hot-button issues including European defence, relations with China and immigration.
유럽연합 27개국 정상들이 벨기에 브뤼셀에서 정상회의를 열고 있습니다. 우크라이나 전쟁과 유럽 방위, 중국과의 관계 및 이민 문제를 포함한 민감한 의제들이 논의됩니다. So we have two expressions we want to touch on here. High on the agenda, 중요한 안건, and hot button issues, 민감한 의제들 사안들.
Yes, let's talk about the agenda first. And if you've ever been in an office and you've ever had to have a meeting, then you will have had an agenda, which is the things you're going to talk about today. There'll be a list of whatever it may be. And usually the important stuff comes first. So when we say something is high on the agenda, that means it's the most important issue or one of the most important issues. For example, if we go into a meeting today, low on the agenda might be who wants to have lunch after this, whereas high on the agenda might be how are we going to make a profit this year? So here we have various issues, but the one that is the biggest issue for the EU is the war in Ukraine. And that's what they want to talk about, so it's high on the agenda.
Right, a different way of calling it will be topping the agenda.
Exactly,
topping
yes.
the news. 탑이죠. 항상 상위, 제일 중요한 거. High on the agenda, 높이 있다는 거죠. 최상위권, 최우선순위, 중요한 안건들, high on the agenda. What's high on your mind right now? What's high on the tip of your tongue right now? I suppose to some people, lunch could be high on the agenda, more so than other financial-related issues.
I have to be honest, Daniel, lunch is always high on the agenda. Dinner is always high on the agenda. Donuts are always high on the agenda.
It's hard when you have three things that are high on the agenda that you need to balance.
Well, I'll go donuts, then lunch, then dinner. It's fine. I'll work it out.
Well, I'm sure that's on the minds of some of the EU members as they go through these important meetings. They are human after all. But for here, we're talking about other agenda, of course, that involves global affairs and issues that interconnected nations could be impacted by. So the next term we have is hot button issues, 민감한 의제들, 중요한 사안들이죠.
Yes, oh my goodness. Hot button issues are the issues that are going to get everybody riled up, everybody charged. There's going to be a little controversy maybe. It's when you open the newspaper, the front page will often have a hot button issue, something that everyone is talking about and often arguing about. It's a divisive issue, or there's a lot of arguing going on, or there's a lot of passion about that issue. In this case, we're talking about European defense, we're talking about relations with China, and immigration. Three issues that are always charged, always divisive, and always create some kind of passion or controversy when they're talked about.
네, hot이란 단어는 항상 뭔가 중요하거나 급하거나 아주 큰일일 때 하죠. It's hot. 주의해야 될 때 hot이라는 단어 쓰니까 어디를 보더라도 컵을 보더라도 caution hot. 여기서 hot button issue는 우리가 뭐 중요한 버튼 누를 때는 급하게 누르잖아요.
네.
So when you press that button many times, it becomes hot.
Yes.
Friction has an effect on it.
Exactly. The interesting thing is when we talk about a hot button issue, there's always the feeling that some people are upset or angry or against it. Whereas when we talk about a hot song, for example, or a hot movie, that's always positive. It means everybody loves it.
Right. Also, but still it means emotionally being engaged or reacting to it in a very strong way. 강한 반응, 큰 반응을 이끌어내는 그런 이슈라는 거죠. Hot potato, hot cakes. Things are selling like hot cakes. 정말 뜨겁게 아주 부티나게 팔린다. 그런 얘기를 쓰죠. Yeah. So those are the two words we have. High on the agenda, 중요한 안건, hot button issues, 민감한 의제들 사안들입니다.